Hey, race fans. Welcome to another episode of Backseat Drivers presented by Mobil 1. I'm Alex Weaver here with Jonathan Merriman and Kim Kuhn. I didn't know if we were going to say it for 2020, but now we finally can. Kyle Busch wins. Came a little earlier than you thought, Merriman. You thought it was going to be Phoenix. Gets it done in Texas. First victory lane for Kyle Busch in the 18. Hard to believe.
It doesn't matter where it came. It just matters that I was right about it. So I will take all the credit for that. Not Adam Stevens, not Kyle Busch. It was solely my fault Kyle Busch won at Texas. But no, he's talk about almost going a full year after winning a championship at Homestead last year and coming up, almost on that year anniversary without a win in the race. So, I mean, you're not going to be able to keep Kyle Busch down long. It wouldn't surprise me if he wins Martinsville and he wins Phoenix. At this point, that would be very disappointing to his fans because if he would have just gotten into this round, he would already be locked into Phoenix. But we can Monday morning quarterback his whole season all day long if we want to. But the bottom line is Kyle has a win in 2020 and keeps that streak alive.
Honestly, I was surprised Kyle won at Texas, and I'm going to say it, I think he got lucky. It could have turned into a fuel mileage race. He ended up running out of gas on his burnout, so he was very, very close. And with as hard as he was running in that last handful of laps, I was expecting him to run out maybe with a half a lap to go, but he did it. I said Kyle wasn't going to win in 2020, so I officially will say I was wrong. But now that he's got the monkey off his back, I do think I'm going to have to agree with Merriman. I do think that he could potentially win out the last two races as we head to Martinsville and Phoenix.
Yeah, Kim, we can both admit it. I will say that I was wrong too. I did not have him winning in 2020, but his 16th consecutive season with a win, his fourth win at Texas, his 57th Cup Series career win. No mount can knock Kyle Busch down. He is one of the top in the sport. We can all agree on that. But the plot twist, besides the 72-hour red flag that we had at Texas and the racing on a Wednesday, is Joey Logano is still the only one locked into Phoenix for the championship 4. What's going to happen at Martinsville? Because I think the ante just kind of went up a little bit now that there are 3 drivers left to lock in.
Anything can happen at Martinsville from, it's a track that's very hard on equipment. You're bouncing off guys all day long. We've seen Denny
Merriman can eat 12 Martinsville hot dogs.
Not this year because I'm not going to be able to go, but yes, you're absolutely right. That could be what's so hard on the equipment, the chili. But anyways, we've seen Denny Hamlin be good there and run into an ignition issue. We've seen, guys get caught in lap traffic, have some damage on the car. We've seen people come out and dominate the whole race. But one thing that's consistent over the past couple of years, these fall races at Martinsville, the spring races, yeah, they're good races on the racetrack. There's not a lot of overflow, people getting mad at each other after the race. The fall races, it seems like someone is mad at somebody else every single time we finish the race at Martinsville. Last year it was Denny and Joey. A couple years back it was Denny and Chase. So I don't know if history holds true. We could see some guys get into it after the race on pit road. Heck, who knows, the way this year's going, they could get in the middle of the race and start beating each other up with a race car. But it's going to be a wild time. I'm really excited that this race is cut off.
I think it's going to be pure chaos as we head to the paperclip. If you look at the 4 guys below the cutoff line, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. and Kurt Busch, you could make an argument for all of them winning at Martinsville. And then you got to throw in the other 3 that are looking to lock themselves into the championship 4, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, and Brad Keselowski. Keselowski, who has historically been good at Martinsville. But to Merriman's point, the fall race at Martinsville is always high drama. And with so many drivers wanting to win there, I think we are in store for soap opera style drama, like some serious stuff. And why not? It's the penultimate race, which is weird to say about Martinsville. We're used to saying that about Phoenix. We haven't seen Martinsville as the penultimate race, so I'm very excited to see if that even ratchets the drama up more than we're used to.
Yeah, Martinsville is going to be a good one. It's the last race, as Kim mentioned, in the round of 8. So this will determine who locks into Phoenix and who is contending for that championship trophy. Shortened a little bit of episode today because Texas took us so long to get through. So let's get those race picks before we check in with our Mobil 1 drivers. Merriman, go first.
First off, penultimate is going to be the drinking word of the week. You will hear it 30,000 times on every broadcast, and Brad Keselowski is going to win the race.
Okay, Casey.
I'm going with Martin Truex Jr. He's won the last two. I think third time's a charm. And I know, Merriman, you're aware of this too, but his crew chief, James Small, suspended at Texas, which sucked for the race at Texas, but it meant that he spent an extra 3+ days at home with eyes on his Martinsville car for Martin Truex Jr. So I think the 19 goes to victory lane at the paperclip.
All right, hopping on with Kim. I'm going with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., but let's check in with our Mobil 1 driver of the week. Clint Bowyer has won at Martinsville before. He announced he's retiring, going to hop into the Fox booth from Sundays for 2021. Can he get it done and get another clock to add to the Clint Bowyer collection?
He was really, really fast at Texas. I was very impressed with his speed at Texas. If it wasn't for fuel mileage, he could have come out and won that race. He was just as good as Truex and Kyle. Having said that, it's going to be so much on the line with these guys in the playoffs. I don't know if we'll see anybody outside of the playoffs be up there and mix it up. Maybe Kyle Busch, he's really good there. But if Clint goes to victory lane, it's going to be one heck of a party. And it really wouldn't surprise me with how well he ran at Texas.
Clint has had fast cars recently, and we talk about the win that he had there. But if you look at that, that was the spring of 2018. That's already been 2.5 years ago. Since then, he's only had one top 10 at the paperclip. So I do think he's going to have a strong running at Martinsville. I think he's going to have that fast car, but I think there's too much on the line for so many other drivers to let him get to victory lane. So I'm going to say no to Clint being a winner and taking home the grandfather clock.
All right, well, it is the penultimate of spooky season this weekend. It's Halloween weekend. Merriman, take a drink. So we can't wait to see you in your hot dog uniform, your costume coming up this weekend. But we're racing in Martinsville on Sunday, 2 p.m. on NBC. It's going to be a good one. See who can lock in to the championship 4, and one has to punch their ticket at Martinsville. We'll see you guys right back here on another episode of Backseat Drivers before we head to Phoenix to crown a champion.